In this video, we are going through 5 of the best weapons to be running in Warzone 2 at this moment in time. We're going to go through 1 assault rifle, 1 light machine gun, 1 sniper rifle, 1 secondary pistol, and then 1 submachine gun. So starting off with the assault rifles, now in my opinion this is the best overall weapon to be using in Warzone right now, and it's the TAC 56 assault rifle. So in the muzzle slot we're going to go for the Echoless 80. If you wanted to tune it, we can go around about +1 on the vertical and around about plus 0.4 on the horizontal. Moving on to the barrel, we're going to go for the 17.5 inch Tundra Pro barrel. Again, the tune is going to be around about plus 0.3 on the vertical and around about plus 0.1, 0.15 on the horizontal. Now moving on to the optic slot, this is going to come down to personal preference. You've got multiple options here. You have the VLK, the Chrono Mini Pro. I prefer the Schlager at 3.4x, and if you did want to tune it, you can tune this all the way down for ADS speed, -3 on the vertical, and then on the horizontal is down to your personal preference if you want it close or far. I prefer far, so I've gone for -1.5. Moving on to the magazine, we're going to go for the 60 round magazine with no tuning, of course, and then the underbarrel is going to be the FTAC Ripper 56. If you wanted to tune it, we can go plus 0.5 on the vertical and plus around about 0.2 on the horizontal, and that is currently the best TAC 56 assault rifle build to be running at this moment in time. So let's move on to the light machine gun. Of course, it's going to be none other than the RPK. So in the muzzle slot, we're going to go for the Polar Fire S. If you want to tune it, we can go plus 0.5 on the vertical, plus 0.5 on the horizontal. No barrel needed for the RPK. Moving on to the optic, again, same as the TAC 56. I'm going to run the Schlager at 3.4. You can run whatever you want, and I've tuned it for ADS speed and the far optic tuning. Guys, that comes down to personal preference. If you want to copy that, go ahead. If you want to use the VLK 4 times and tune it for recoil steadiness instead of ADS, entirely down to you. Now on the RPK, we're going to run a stock, and it's going to be the heavy support stock. If you wanted to tune it, -4 on the vertical and then plus 2.4 on the horizontal, -4 on the vertical just to help out with ADS speed again. In the rear grip, we're going to run the Demo X2 grip, and if you wanted to tune it again, we're going to tune this for ADS speed, so -1 on the vertical and then plus 0.2 on the horizontal. And then finally in the underbarrel slot, again we're going for the FTAC Ripper 56. If you wanted to tune this, plus 0.5 on the vertical and plus 0.2 on the horizontal, and that is the best light machine gun to be running. Of course, the RPK and the TAC 56 are going to be used in a very similar manner. They're just the long range options. The RPK can be used just like an assault rifle. It's just a tiny bit slower on those ADS speeds. Now moving on to our sniper option, and of course we're going for the SPX 80, one of the most overpowered snipers in the game. In the barrel slot, we're going to go for the 22 inch cavalry barrel. If you wanted to tune it, we can go plus 0.5 on the vertical and then plus 0.4 on the horizontal. We're going to run a laser for the ADS speed. We're going to run the OLEV laser. Again, there's no tuning on that. Moving on to the stock, we're going to go for the PVZ 890 tactical stock. If you wanted to tune it, again, tune it for the ADS, so -4 on the vertical, plus 2.4 on the horizontal. And then in the bolt slot, we're going to go for the FSS ST87 for the rechambering speed. Again, no tuning on that one there. And then finally in the ammunition slot, of course, we're going for the 0.3 high velocity. If you wanted to tune it, plus 0.7 on the vertical and then plus 9 on the horizontal. Now moving on to our secondary option, of course we're going for the P890 Akimbo version. If you guys have run into this in Warzone, you will know what I'm on about. In the muzzle slot, we're going for the FT Steel Fire. Now this is going to be the only tuned attachment on this, so if you did want to tune it, it's going to be plus 1.4 on the vertical and then plus 1 on the horizontal. And then moving on to the laser, we're going to put on the pistol laser for the sprint to fire speed. Moving on to the rear grip, of course, is going to be the Akimbo P890. Just to make these guns overpowered, the Akimbo is crazy in Warzone, but to help that out you need bullets, so we're going to run the 12 round magazine on there just to help out. And then finally the trigger action for fire rate is going to be the Bruin Express. So that is the best P890 build. If you didn't want to run overkill, these are the weapons to be running in that secondary option. And then finally, for our close range submachine gun option, we are of course going for the FENNEC 45, the most overpowered sub in Modern Warfare 2 at this moment in time. For the muzzle slot, we're going for the X10 RR40. If you wanted to tune it, you can go plus 1.4 on the vertical and plus 1 on the horizontal. For the ADS speed, because the ADS on the FENNEC is pretty slow, we're going to run the 7 milliwatt laser for the ADS speed. No tuning on that one. Now for the stock, we're going to run the FTAC Loctite stock, and we're going to do quite a lot of tuning on it. So we're going to go minus 3.7 around that area on the vertical and about minus 0.2 on the horizontal. In the magazine slot, we're going for the FENNEC Mag 45 for those 45 round drum magazine. And then finally, in the underbarrel slot, we're going for the FSS Shark Fin 90. If you wanted to tune it, it's about plus 0.3 on the vertical and then minus 0.2 on the horizontal, guys. And those are 5 of the best weapons in all classes to be running in Warzone at this moment in time. We've got the TAC 56 assault rifle, the RPK light machine gun, the SPX 80 sniper, the P890 akimbo pistols, and then of course the FENNEC 45 submachine gun, guys. If you found this video helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it down below. We are on the road to 2,500 subscribers. I cannot believe how fast we're picking up subscribers at the moment, so any love on the channel is much appreciated. Of course, thank you for staying tuned to the video. As always, feel free to subscribe to the channel for all of the latest Call of Duty news, tips and tricks, how-tos, class setups, and much more.